episode of Bogan'S Guide to Wine. I'm Sampy.
And I'm LURCH.
Today we're going to try the Ladbroke Grove 2003 Cabernet Merlot Compadres blend.
Hang on, what did you say? 2003?
2003.
That's 9 years, going on 10 years old. That's going to be a good wine, I hope.
We hope. It comes from a pretty good vintage, you understand. COONAWARRA. COONAWARRA is renowned for their Cabernets. They got what they call the Terra Rossa, which is this limestone.
Jace, I'm surprised you know all about Terra Rossa. Terra Rossa is the best possible ground for growing Cabernets. Easy drainage, lots of nice red soil, rich, my friend. For stuff like that.
Because the actual soil is actually quite bad, but because it is so bad, it has to make the vine work a bit harder, and the harder the vine has to work, generally the better the grape is. You get a lower yield, but you get a much nicer grape. So anyway, we're on a.
Would you like me to crack it?
Yes, please. Thank you, LURCH. I think that's another cork one. So
it's not very often we see a cork, so I'll have a crack at that.
Sit down so we can still see your face.
Sorry. Got to keep my beautiful face in camera.
That's right.
Well,
nice.
Caught on the arm, see that?
Yeah,
beautiful. It's a nice way so they don't cut themselves. I'm glad you got one of these. These are the best things for opening wine. All them fancy doodahs you get, and I've got one, mate, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I got dozens of the silver things.
No. Fret not. Happens all the time. That's what's the problem with the cork. Kids take the time.
So this is what everyone went to Stilton Closure. See, the reason everyone went to Stilton Closure, which is screw top, is because once you put it under Stilton, there's no excuse for corkage. See, corkage can ruin a wine, and if you get a bad cork...
That was pure talent getting that out.
Very nice, very nice. But if you've got a shitty cork in your vintage, it can ruin hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of wine if you're in the right winery. So having a Stilton closure, which this isn't, stops issues like that.
Now that's a good recovery. But I'll tell you what, when the cork crumbles completely,
no good.
No.
What?
Oh, I know the trick, brother.
Okay.
I'm not going to show you this time, that's for later. But anyway, cork crumbles, that's life. If it's a good wine, it crumbles. Good evening. We've got a COONAWARRA Merlot, Cabernet Merlot. Oh my God.
Like that sound.
Wrap your nose around that one, Tiger.
Have a look at the colour. It's a lot lighter than the last episode. I think it's, you can see the age there. It's a bit more terracotta-y, without being too much of a tosser.
Yeah, well, terracotta is like red bricks you see on houses. So you think of that, like the older a wine gets, usually the lighter it gets, exactly.
Unless you're drinking a white, because the older the white is, the darker it gets, which is interesting.
Let's leave a bit of legs up. What's this got in it?
We're looking
at... What have we got here? We're looking at the percentage of alcohol. That's 13.5.
Once again, pretty standard for a half decent bottle of wine.
It's still nearly 3 times a beer.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Not a mad amount of legs there, actually. I'd be surprised if I was just going to call that, I would call that more like 11 or 12%, but obviously it's not, so anyway.
Tell you what, get a sniff of that. That is absolutely off the Richter.
That is very, very nice. I reckon there's obviously it's a Cab Merlot blend, and it's a sensational combination of the two, because you're getting all the aromatics of essentially getting the best of everything, really, isn't it? What are you getting off the label there, LURCH?
Well, what I'm looking at is 2003. It's not very often I drink a wine that's, more than 10 years old, but I'll tell you, it's an absolute pleasure. I haven't even tasted it, but I know this is going to absolutely massage the tonsils.
I'm way ahead here. I've already had a taste. There's almost no... Well,
I'll tell you what, how sweet is that?
Totally sweet. There's almost no tannins there, is there? There's nothing to make that.
That has evolved, and it's just about at its peak.
Yeah, well there you go, 2003. So it is, this is 2013 right now as we're being recorded, so this is a 10-year-old wine. And I think you might have, this is it, I think this
is, if you're going to have a cellar, you want to have put that away a good 8 years ago.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I'm a happy man because this has given me half a buck. This is what you drink wine for. You got no tannins, it's ready to drink, it fills your mouth with flavour, and I'll tell you what, the aftertaste just goes on forever. Would you agree with that?
Yes, there's a lot going on there.
I'm just going to drink it. I can't.
No, I'm trying to come with some. Am I getting? Do you get strawberry out of that at all, or? Once again, this is straight out of the wine fridge, so it is a little bit cooler than what it possibly should be. But
it is a little tiny bit of half a 16th strawberry, I reckon. But I'll tell you what, that's nice. That is nice. Oh, I tell you what, give me $1 value on that.
Oh, gee whiz! Once again.
I mean, you got to allow for the fact that it's a 2003. Are we talking about when it was bottled or what it's worth now?
I reckon when it was bottled, this might have been about a 15.
Oh, I was going to say 15, brother. I was going to say 15. Right.
But we don't know.
What would you pay for that now?
Well, my amazing girlfriend, who is buying wine for the house at the moment, chose this one.
Did she?
She did.
Wow.
And the rain's over. And we've got a selection of wines which we are really fond of. But she goes out for a bit of a search when she can find a real bargain. So I would imagine that this probably didn't cost much more than $20. And look, if you once again, if I was to blind taste it,
you know, if I taste it much more, I'm going to be blind. It's a lovely wine.
It's a beautiful wine. Add a taste, I'll put that there.
Deb!
Geez, $40 to $60 bottle of wine, what do you think? Deb, come here, quick. Run.
You bought this wine.
Come into the shop,
Come over here.
Here she comes. This is the Sampson household wine chooser at the moment. Come right down so we can see. So we've been discussing how much. I think this wine probably only costs, because I know how we buy wine, $15 a bottle. But I'm thinking it tastes like a
50, 60. And I would like to give you a high five for the choice of wines. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, it was about $15 bottle.
15.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. $15.
So this is a Bogan beauty. We're going to start calling these. If you $15 or $20 or under, and it's a good wine.
You better have a taste of that. Good evening.
It's a Bogan guide to wine recommendation. So let's go for a whole new aspect. Out of 10, what would you give that?
Out of 10.
Come on.
Out of 10. I'm going to give that an 8.5. That's an 8.5.
I was going to go a 7. I go a 7.
You got a 7.
Well, I've had Grange, man. You know, and as you have too. You know, there's top end stuff. I would give that.
Grange is lovely. Grange is lovely.
Grange is amazing.
Grange is amazing. If it's been looked after, this has been looked after. This has been given love, and we are giving it love back. It's up there.
LURCH scale is 8.5. I give it a 7. Try it out.
Listen to me. Inside us.
Try it out. See what you think. Until next week, this has been Bogan'S Guide to Wine.
Hallelujah. Oh, give me wine go.